Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hood, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Hood 2. I hope you like this video, and as you know, we're in the trade deadline season. It is Saturday, and I'm recording this on Saturday, July 27th. And on July 30th at 6 p.m., the deadline and the buzzer, the bell will go off. Meaning the trade deadline is over. Finito. Finished. Done. Out of here. So long. Farewell. Goodbye. So here we are back at the hut. We're going to run through all these names. There's a lot of names, and some players are getting traded. We'll have more names getting traded by tomorrow's video. And we'll have a big live stream tomorrow on the Baseball Hut. Live streams all on the Baseball Hut this week. So we're going to have a lot of fun here, hitting the bell. And of course, if you need to hit the bell for notification, so you know what's going on with the Mets and really everything else in Major League Baseball. Well, I'm just going to run down all the names here. And you can leave comments in the comments section. Austin Hayes. Went from the Orioles to the Phillies. Trade, ding, 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 ding. I have to do ding, ding, ding. He got moved on Friday. Tariq Skubal. Doesn't seem like he's going to be moved, but we've heard Baltimore, Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Braves. Blake Snell. Supposedly there are 5 teams in on him if the Giants are about to sell. And they have not played well. They had a bad week against the Dodgers. So there's a possibility they're on the verge of sending a lot of veterans out of there. And Blake Snell is one of them. The one team I've heard is the New York Mets. I've mentioned them myself, but I've also heard them too. Let's go run down the list. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. For San Diego, the Yankees, and they've been very active, the Blue Jays today. The Yankees, the Mariners, the Washington Nationals, and the Houston Astros. Tommy Pham, he's actually been kind of quiet. The Braves, the Mets, the Baltimore Orioles, the Yankees, and the Mariners. Luis Robert Jr. Your host has heard the Phillies, the Dodgers, Baltimore, Seattle, Atlanta, and the Yankees. Mason Miller, I don't think he's getting moved, but I've heard the Yankees, the Phillies, I don't think the Phillies are going to be getting him now, and the Baltimore Orioles. Garrett Crochet. I've heard Baltimore, the Dodgers, the Mets, the Yankees, and the Padres. A lot of teams will be in on him. Tyler Anderson, I've heard the Mets, the Astros, and the Pirates. Eric Feed, with the buyer beware on him. New York Mets, the Brewers, Astros, Cardinals, Guardians, and the Braves. Chaz Chisholm got traded to the Yankees. I think it's hysterically funny. He is unlike any player we've seen the Yankees have in quite some time. He's going to be a great personality in that clubhouse. Next up, Tyler Ward. Your host has heard the Phillies, the Braves, the Pirates, the Royals, and the Minnesota Twins. Tanner Scott. The Yankees, the Phillies, Baltimore, the Dodgers, the Mets, the Royals, their new team, Arizona's a new team, Seattle's a new team. Bo Bichette. For the Dodgers, the Braves, and the Guardians. We have a trade. James Paxton got traded to the Red Sox. Jake McCarthy, I've heard him with the Phillies. Carlos Estevez, just a little while ago, got traded to the Phillies. Elias Diaz, Cleveland, the Yankees, Washington, Pittsburgh, San Diego. Luis Rengifo for the Yankees and the Royals. I would say the Yankees are out of that because they picked up Chisholm. Brent Rooker, the A's are getting cold feet. They might be not so busy now. I've heard Kansas City, Phillies, and the Seattle Mariners. Randy Rosarina traded to the Mariners. You know who's there with the Mariners? Jerry Dipoto. Hello, Jerry. You want to make a trade? I was like, okay, I'll make a trade. Cody Bellinger, the Yankees, the Rangers, the Phillies, Houston, Washington, and the Seattle Mariners. Me here, you there. Although he's been on the injured list, I don't know if he's on the injured list right now. I should check, right? To be a sort of a great YouTuber and a reporter, I should do that. Nico Horner, the Seattle Mariners. Michael Conforto. I advocate the New York Mets to get him. And they have talked to the Giants about him. Hopefully, we'll get a bell. The Mariners, I say the Mariners because he's from that part of the country. And the Brewers. I just threw the Brewers out there. They're looking for a bat. Jack Flaherty, I've heard the Braves, the Guardians, Houston, and I put the Mets in there for my own sake. Zach Eflin, traded. Danny Jansen, traded to the Red Sox. Eflin, traded to the Orioles. Yimi Garcia, traded to the Mariners. Yusei Kikuchi, the Houston Astros. Kyle Finnegan, I've heard the Mets, the Brewers, and the Yankees. Harvey Hunter, traded to the Royals. Michael Kopech, the Mets. Pete Fairbanks, I've heard the Mets and the Yankees. Jesse Winker, I would not trade him. I would not pick him up if I was the Mets. No. Don't do that. John Barbia, don't have a team attached. Lane Thomas, I've heard Seattle and the Royals. Cal Quantrill, Houston, Milwaukee, San Francisco. Austin Gomber, Cleveland, Houston, Milwaukee. Trevor Rogers, the Mets. Brendan Rodgers, nobody. Austin Adams, nobody. Andrew Chafin, believe it or not, the Mets again. Luis Garcia, the Mets, the Yankees, the Royals, and the Boston Red Sox. Dylan Floro, I've heard the Mets. Paul DeJong, I've heard the Dodgers, the Braves, and the Mariners. Josh Bell, the Yankees, the Mariners, Houston, a return to Washington, a return to Pittsburgh. Isaac Paredes, I've heard the Yankees. Although they might not be so since they made this trade unless they want to put him at third. The Padres, the Mariners, the Dodgers, Houston, the Royals, and the Rangers. Zach Eflin, I've heard the Yankees, the Braves, the Dodgers, the Houston Astros. AJ Puck, a trade. Got traded to the Diamondbacks. Brian De La Cruz, the Pirates. Wilmer Flores on the move. Mike Yastrzemski, I assume Seattle, the Brewers. Ryan McMahon, I've heard the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Royals. Jose Soriano. Cleveland, St. Louis, Atlanta. Garrett Mitchell. Garrett Mitchell is a 25-year-old outfielder with the Brewers. And I've heard that the Mets are very interested in him. He's considered the second best prospect in the system. You know, he's had a couple of tours of duty with the Brewers. He might be on the move for maybe a starting pitcher or maybe possibly somewhere else. Mark Cannon, I've heard. I've heard the Phillies, the Mariners, and the Brewers. Believe it or not, Trevor Bauer, I've heard. Believe it or not. The Phillies are considering him. I would not do that. And finally on this list, it's a long list. Chad Green. I've heard the Phillies and the Yankees. I would think that a guy that's pitched for the Yankees will probably go back. The Yankees like to do these reruns on players, particularly with their relievers. But you let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.